Okay, everyone. It's a beautiful day out, and we have over 100 subscribers now, which is pretty cool. Our little community is taking off, and it was crazy today. I just did my second hosting job for the House of Mystery. I'm usually the co-host. Today I had my own co-host, and Al Warren, the producer, sat back and ran the controls. And so, yeah, it was pretty interesting. And I just put dinner in the Instapot. And now I figure I'd come out here and see you guys, see my friends. And show a couple things with the sticks. So the first thing I wanted to show, and come back just a little bit. A lot of styles will teach holding about a fist length when you hold the stick. It allows you to manipulate it. Allows you to use the puño, so you can hit. Use puño. But I have seen styles of Kali or Eskrima or Arnis. I suppose the other one too. It's just not coming to my mind right now. It's been such a crazy day. Silat, right? Sometimes they'll tell beginners to hold with no puño, with right up there. Why do they do that? Well, what they'll tell you, and this is true, is they want you to use, right, the full length of the weapon, right, as a beginner. This way you can have distance. And it's true. It's absolutely true. But why do they really do that? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think they do, or why I think they do this. Watch. Hard to show this completely. Imagine that's why. Now, what I'm getting at here is that if you're a beginning student and you're going to a seminar or you're going to a school, the teacher is handing you, right, or you're coming in with your own, a stick. And they don't know you. And you could be a crazy person like me. And what they want to do is be able to get that stick out of your hand. Right, if you go crazy, right? I know you wouldn't, right? But if this new student, is being unsafe, they can come by and just walk by and grab this out of your hand. So I think that's really why they do it. Now, it's true, especially as a beginner, but even for people who are more advanced, you do want to use the whole length of the weapon if you can. Most of that power is going to come from that tip. So you're going to be hitting right like that. Cool stuff, right? Fun. Now, I wanted to give you a little drill. I feel that this is an intermediate drill, right? That I like to do. And I need to get a mannequin bag, a bob, or whatever, to show this. And I'll probably show this again, at least on a bag or whatever. But since it's so nice out, I just wanted to show this. And so here's the drill, and then I'm going to explain what this really is. Okay, so the drill is 1, 2, right? Angle 1, angle 2, with ticks, right? Angle 1, angle 2. So it's like wham, wham. Angle 1, angle 2. I'll show you from this direction. Angle 1, angle 2. Angle 1, angle 2. Angle 1, angle 1. So notice what I did on the third hit, it's really the fourth hit, is I make this hit, and when I come back to make the second hit, I don't make the second hit. I go around my head and I make the next hit. So boom, I come back as if I'm going to hit like this and come around. So it would look like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. So from this end, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Patio furniture is in the way. Okay. So what this is basically broken rhythm. Okay? And that's something that I originally learned from reading, what's his name? Jesse Glover's book. Back in the 80s, I had a copy. I still have the copy. I should have brought it out here. I believe his first book. And Danny Glover, Jesse Glover was, I believe, Bruce Lee's first student. And he had interesting things. So what he talked about was this idea of broken rhythm. And you do, so in this case, we're hitting 1, 2. And then we hit again, 1, 2. And when we go to hit again, the opponent thinks that we're going to do the same thing. And we break the rhythm and we change it up. Boom. Boom. So we go, we're tick, we're tick, we're tick, we're tick, we're tick, lob tick. Right? So the way I use this back in 80s tournament fighting, back when I was heavily involved in Taekwondo Murukwon, we used to go to Connecticut. We used to drive like 4 hours, go to Connecticut, go on like the New York border. And those tournaments were kind of rough. And I used to call us rib hunters, because back then you could hit somebody in the ribs in a tournament, crack their ribs, and they'd fall down. And you'd have to turn around and, face away from them and wait for the ref to check on them. And if they hit the ground, and if they couldn't get back up, right? If they couldn't continue, you'd win, right? That's how we did it back then. So what we used to do, let's see, can I do this? My neighbors around. I didn't have a chance to stretch out, so I'm not going to do a lot of kicking. Okay, but I'm going to show you what I used to do. And just to give you another idea of this broken rhythm and how you can use it, because this is a principle, right? So with this idea for broken rhythm, you can't see my feet. Let me see. You see my feet? Can't really see my feet, but hopefully you can see this well enough. Okay, so the basic idea, and we used to stand like this. We may have gotten this from Superfoot Wallace, Bill Superfoot Wallace, because I know my teacher went to some of his seminars. So let me do this so that it's kind of slippery. Watch me fall. Okay, so what I would do, because I'm short, I would, I'm smaller, and back then I didn't weigh anything. I weighed about 128 pounds. So I might start out, I'd either start out aggressive or I'd start out defensive. And defensive was a good way, because you start out defensive, and then the next round of fighting, if you make it, you go aggressive. And then it really confuses people. So what I would do is I'd go back one, go back two, right? And then I'd come in, boom. Right, so so you go back, ooh, right? Go back again. They think you're afraid, boom, and you throw that kick. You don't want to do the kick, right? Because I don't want to pull anything without doing a little stretch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's just something. So that's another example of broken rhythm that you can use. So this is a principle. It's a principle that you could look at. a good way to understand martial arts is to try to look at the principle underneath what you're doing. And all of a sudden you'll start to see this stuff. You go, oh, that's broken rhythm. And it looks different, right? Because this, the kicks I was doing, this is the same thing. This is the same concept. Okay? It's the same concept. It's the same thing. So that's basically it. I just wanted to give you that concept, that principle, give you a couple things to think about and to work towards. And I wanted to, thank everybody for subscribing, liking, commenting. We've had some comments and stuff. It's great. I'm happy to interact with you as much as I can. And, I'll be going to some seminars this year and at least set up for 1, 2 maybe, and hopefully some more. And I'll try to bring back something for you, something to work on that we can play around with. And it'll be fun. So, thanks for joining the community. Thanks for watching. And see you next time.